Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at Polkadot. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. If you haven't seen the previous update, make sure to watch that before watching this one so that you have more context. That's going to be linked in the top right hand corner of the screen. I also have two donation links down below, and those will take you to official websites where you can donate to support the Ukrainian refugees. So if you want to do that, feel free, and thank you if you wish to support us. Now, let's go and jump into the TA, and we are on the weekly chart. The chart is from Binance on TradingView. And if you've been following the channel for the past couple of weeks and you watched my previous Polkadot videos, you would know that we are in this large falling wedge, and we have a smaller falling wedge here. So it's a pattern within a pattern situation. And we are in the apex of both patterns. So the green trend lines here show another falling wedge with a technical target at $8.96. We can roughly say that it's $9. And if you get there, then you're going to start breaking out of this larger falling wedge. And obviously, the larger the pattern, the longer it takes to get to the technical target. Now, here the technical target would be at the previous all-time high price because that's where it was created. But obviously, that's not going to happen in the next month or two. So it may take a while for us to break out of the pattern and retrace to our technical target. But regardless, that is going to be our target unless we start losing the support of the falling wedge, which is this descending pink trend line. Now, if that were to happen, I would start targeting the 1.618 Fibonacci retracement here, which is going to be at $3.71. And as you can see, that perfectly aligns with the low that we printed here in October of 2020. So the Fibonacci that I have set up is with a swing high in November last year and with a swing low in July last year. That gives us the 1.618 target that I just talked about. The minimal target was the 1.272 at $6.70, and the 1.414 is at $5.21. So we haven't reached the 1.414 yet, but we may very well do that in the next couple of weeks because that is very close to us, I would say. That's another 8%, 10% pullback, and that's not a lot. Now, if Bitcoin were to drop down all the way to $14,000, I do think that $3.70 is a possibility for Polkadot, although I want to say that it's probably going to be a large wick and then a V-shaped recovery immediately. So you want to be in time to buy this dip, and if you have your buy limit orders set up in advance, you shouldn't be worried about that, okay? And never buy all in because the price can always go lower. I'm not a financial advisor, but that's just what I do. I never buy all in. I always have some cash on the side for any capitulation, black swan event that we may have. So moving out of this falling wedge, if we start breaking out, you immediately have the 20 EMA, the yellow line, and that would be your first resistance to break. Now, if you do that, that's going to be a bullish sign, especially if Bitcoin's going to start doing that as well. That would be a confirmation for all of the altcoins to potentially, that's basically going to give the altcoins the green light to start flipping bullish. After that, you have the 55 EMA at $14 currently, and you have this swing low here, which we're going to take a look at on the next Binance chart. But this low that we printed here in July last year, that's going to be important because we haven't retested that as resistance after we lost it here in May. And we may do that moving forward, okay? And you also have the resistance level here at $14.80. And that would be the 786 Fibonacci retracement level. So we have a couple of targets to the upside. And you may target these for short to mid-term for your short to mid-term trades. But overall, if you're buying for the long term like I am, I'm just taking my coins in the Polkadot Nova wallet, or I'm not staking yet, to be honest, because I need to get to the minimum amount to stake, but I'm on my way there. And once I'm there, I'm going to show you how you can actually stake your Polkadot for passive income with the Nova wallet. Now, jumping into the weekly chart, ignore the drawings. That's for the That's for the daily chart, but you can see that the RSI is relatively low here, and we are very near the oversold, which is at the index of 30. So as soon as we start breaking to the upside, we start breaking this high that we printed in March, that's when you can start thinking about a reversal. But still, I am expecting a fake out in August next year before the eventual rise for the bull market in 2024. Let's switch over to the daily chart real quick because I do want to show you what I've got set up in there. So as you can see, we have a support level on the RSI anywhere from 32 to 28 on the index. And we have perfectly bounced from there in September. So September 21st, that was a perfect bounce. We had a move to the upside. The previous bounce was in June. We had another move to the upside from there. Here in May, we had a fake out below, but still another move to the upside. Same goes for January here, and same goes for December last year. So this zone is a very important support zone. Once you're in there, that's a good time to start dollar cost averaging into Polkadot. Now, let's switch over to the Binance website. Okay, so we are on the weekly chart on the Binance website. So like I said, this low that we printed in July of 2021 is a key resistance area for us to break because we lost it as support, and that immediately flips the support to resistance. And we haven't retested that. So from where we are right now, that would be a juicy 110% trade. And we could see that before the end of the year, to be honest with you. With a relief rally, anything can happen. We might see that. Just don't think that just because I said that it's going to happen. That's not how it works, guys. I'm just letting you know that if we see a relief rally, our local high could be at $12.77. And even if that happens, that still doesn't tell us about the bull market. That doesn't tell us that we're bullish, because you're going to be printing another lower high on the weekly chart. Okay, so that's just nothing, right? You need to start breaking important resistance levels like the 20, the 55. You need the bullish cross on the weekly. You need to break this high in April. And at that point, we can start thinking about the next bull market. And if I switch over to the buy zone here that I want to show you. So from $6.09 to $4.60, we have a nice buy zone that we created here in 2020. So in September, you peaked out over here, you came back down, and you bounced in December as well from this support at $4.60. So we have this touch over here. Let me just zoom in a little bit so you can see why I have this set up the way it is. So this touch here, November 2020, November 23rd to be precise, and then you have this back test of support in December 7th, 2020. So that creates this buy zone, and we may retest that level because we haven't done that after the breakout here on the weekly chart. So that would be a very, very good retest. And if you see Polkadot anywhere below $5, that's just a generational opportunity, in my opinion. And I'm going to be buying a lot of coins down there. If we move over to the MACD, as you can see, we are in this uptrend just like we were last year during the same time. So we had this move all the way up to November. But as you can see, the price is going down. The MACD is not. So really, once you're in a flat like this, the MACD isn't the best indicator to be using. So you have a bullish histogram here, but this really doesn't tell you anything. You have a uptrend confirmed since July, and that was a good call because you had this uptrend into August, but since then you've been in a downtrend. In fact, you've lost 40%, 41% to be exact, and you just can't trade based on the MACD by itself. The stock is in the oversold. It's as low at the index of 2 basically, so it's never been this low. This goes to show that this is an incredible buying opportunity, because in a couple of years when you're up there, that's when people are going to start buying, believe it or not. That's when a lot of people are going to start buying into Polkadot at $200, $300, whatever the price is going to be. And at that point, we should all be exiting our positions, selling, and just waiting for the next bear market to arrive. So that's what I think regarding Polkadot. If I missed out anything important on the charts, Please let me know down below in the comment section. One other thing, if I just bring out this trend line here, so if we start breaking this trend line, that could be another bullish sign in my opinion, because every time we reach that trend line, we have a move to the downside. So November, March, and once again here, actually if I do something like that, so if you start breaking through that trend line, that's going to be a major signal, because you're going to be breaking through a multi-month diagonal resistance trend line, and typically when that happens, you have a very strong impulsive move to the upside. So that's why I think we may potentially run into $12 before seeing a retracement and hopefully another leg up. Hopefully we don't go back down here afterwards, but hey, anything can happen. You have to be ready for both outcomes at all times. That's what I try to teach here on this channel. So thank you all for watching. Feel free to check out my Twitter. I do upload some quick TAs over there and some interesting stuff as well for Bitcoin and other projects that we don't usually cover on YouTube. And I also have a Patreon where I drop in my low cap gem calls, all of my trade alerts, project reviews, TAs that you guys request, and obviously for the patrons. And I have a podcast series specifically and exclusively for the patrons only, where I take a look at my portfolio and we talk about all kinds of things. So yeah, thank you for watching. I'm gonna catch you in the next one. Goodbye and good night.